Today, iMedia Connection is proud to introduce its latest iMedia 25 list, focused on the brands redefining content marketing. This inspiring list explores the movers and shakers leading the field of content marketing. Going beyond blogs and social media posts, the iMedia 25 examines the most innovative ways brands are using content to spark meaningful connections with consumers. By putting the hard sell on hold to focus on a unique brand voice, these companies have transformed the marketing landscape. Visit iMediaConnection.com to get a first look at the 25 brands, or scan the QR code on page 12 of your Summit Handbook. We'll see you there.
Welcome to the iMedia Brand Summit, Brands as Content Creators. This iMedia Summit is brought to you by the support of our presenting sponsors. DoubleClick by Google, Double Verify, Media Math, Owner IQ, Rocket Fuel, Salesforce, Vimeo, Visual IQ, Yumi, and our spotlight sponsors, Odometry, Mail Online, PointRoll, and our fine supporting sponsors. Our media sponsor is Advertising Age. Our research sponsor is eMarketer. Summit coverage is proudly brought to you by AdColony. Download the iMedia app today to manage your one-to-one schedule and connect with your peers. Visit iMediaConnection.com for the latest industry news and opinions. The iMedia Brand Summit.
Please welcome Vice President, iMedia Communications, Marty Funk.
Good morning, good morning. All right, come on. Everybody up. Everybody up. Get that coffee going, get the blood flowing. I'm not going to do the whole how many of you are first-timers, how many of you are alumni. We have a lot of first-timers here, which is great. But I do want you all just to take a moment to introduce yourself to the person next to you. All right, shh, and sit down. Shh. Catherine, our content director, runs a tight ship here, so she said I had to keep it quick. So I'm just going to do a couple of quick housekeeping items, and then we'll get to some of the best parts of the show. So, one of you left your phone at the bar last night. If you are looking for it, you may go to the registration desk and try to identify it. All right? So that's where it's at, and if you do lose anything, go to the registration desk. We may have some items there, okay? So, let's do this. So just very quickly, if you haven't already, download the iMedia mobile app. You'll have access to your one-to-one meetings. There's a lot of unscheduled meetings still, so feel free to use that to help connect with a lot of the brands that are here. A lot of them that were on the iMedia 25 are here, so welcome to all of you. We're glad to have you. I just want to thank and give a nice round of applause to our Summit Advisory Board. We definitely couldn't do the iMedias without the strength of our board. We really rely on a lot of you. You guys are the experts, you guys are the practitioners, and really help curate all of our content. So just a nice round of applause for all of our Summit advisors who made this possible. We do have Wi-Fi. We encourage you all to tweet and join the conversation. Password is add this, all lowercase, so dial in there. iMedia Summit is our hashtag. We will be taking questions from this stage. Our team will be feeding those to some of our various moderators and folks. And again, we encourage you guys to challenge everything that's being said and really asking the right questions so that we can all do our jobs better. So, like Catherine said, I was to keep it pretty quick, and I am very, very thrilled to welcome Professor Pearce back to the iMedia stage. He is somebody that has led a number of brand strategy, marketing strategies, really helped little-known brands such as P&G and Coca-Cola and Taco Bell, Del Monte, navigate a lot of the disruption that digital has presented to so many marketers. And then not only has he helped refine very well-known brands, but he's also helping educate and bring up the next generation as a professor at the UC Berkeley Haas Business School. So without further ado, please welcome Bill Pearce.
Good morning. Welcome. Anybody have too much paella last night? Usually you say, anybody have too much to drink, but when I saw that paella bowl, I was like, ooh, paella hangover. I just want to welcome everybody this morning. This is going to be a great couple of days. When Marty asked me if I'd be willing to come down and talk, I'd be like, are you kidding me? This is great, because not only are the speakers lined up, you're going to learn, they're going to challenge your thinking, it's going to push you in new directions, but more importantly, the people that you're sitting next to, they're the people that you're going to make connections with, opportunity to make business connections, and more importantly, just kind of learn and get to know each other. So it's going to be a great couple of days. I just wanted to start my talk because I get to do the professor thing now. And people always ask me, has it changed? Has marketing changed since you got in it? And I'm like, besides having a little bit less hair and a different shade, really, it's all the same, right? Everything's changed, and everything's still the same. For marketers, it's still about how do I create awareness for my product? How can I get you to try? And how can I get you to buy again? It's really that simple. There are very few equations in marketing, but that one fits. Awareness precedes trial, trial precedes loyalty. Now, how you do it, way different, right? Look at this little graphic over here. This is second nature to people that are 22. People my age, it's like, how do I master this? It's hard. Well, you know what? It's not that hard. It's all the same. It's hard and it's not that hard. It's all how you do it. And the speakers this week are going to help you navigate the storm that we're currently in to help you get to a better place. All right. This summit, I think, is about the and. When I was CMO, I would talk to a lot of people in the industry, and they'd always say, oh, stop doing that. Do this instead. I really think, it's really not one or two doors you're walking through. It's you've got multiple doors, and you got to walk through all of them. And then you got to figure out what's the best thing for your brand. It's about traditional plus digital, right? It's bringing it all together in a way that helps you connect with consumers, your users, better than you ever could before. 20 years ago when I got started in the industry, if they told me I could have a one-to-one conversation with my most influential users, I would have said, sign me up. What do I have to do? Now I talk to CMOs and they're saying, it's complicated. I got too much. Everything's running at me a different way. How do I keep it all together? That's our challenge in this room. How do I take all the things that we could possibly do and do the things that matter? And do it in a way that's coordinated and comprehensive and builds upon each other. All right, so we're in San Diego. Half the people in this audience are going to go out in a catamaran. So I thought it important. Who here's ever swum in the Pacific? Okay, ever get caught in a riptide? Yeah, it's a bad place to be. Marketing's in a riptide right now. When you're in a riptide, what the majority of people do is they start swimming back to shore. I got to get back to shore. And they're going headfirst into the riptide. They get tired, and bad things happen. I want you to think about it this way. Don't fight it. Go with it. Go with it. Let the tide take you. Let the tide take you out. Get in the riptide and go with it. Now, a lot of your competitors do what they teach swimmers to do when they get in a riptide, which is swim parallel. Just get out of the riptide, get to safety. That's not what I'm going to ask you to do. Get in the riptide, take it. Take it as far as you can take it to go. Go with it, go better, see where it takes you. Insights. A lot of people were talking about insights last night, and I would say, oh, insights are so 2012. Here's what I want you to think about. Big ideas. The problem with insights, and I love insights, the problem with insights, it sometimes leads to incremental thinking. So I want you to do two things. I want you to get insights, but I want you to get to big ideas. I want you to get to provocations. I want you to get to things that will make consumers rethink their category, rethink their brand choices, and do it in a way that's going to get to big ideas. The only way to move your businesses forward is with big ideas. This week, these couple of days, challenge people. What's the big idea here? Push yourselves, push the speakers, push the people around the table. Now, also my challenge to you, don't just sell, add value. One of the things I get a lot from students is, you know what, this is just better than this. This is faster than this. And they throw features at me. And I say, stop. It's not about features. It's about benefits. It's about solutions. Your opportunity these next couple of days is to learn from the people that are best in the field about how do I develop solutions? How do I develop a story, a conversation, a pitch that adds value? There's so much good content that every brand and every business owns. Your challenge is to get it in a way that people can appreciate it and be persuaded by it. Ultimately, what it comes down to, marketing is about persuasion. You've got more tools now than you've ever had to make dramatic impact in consumers' minds, to get them to rethink their brand choices, to persuade. That's your challenge. All right, so here, my last slide, my last couple of thoughts. They asked me, can you leave people with a vision of what you want them to do over the next couple of days? Okay, work the room. Get to know people. Make those connections. Find out who's doing something better than you're doing it right now, and figure out a way to take that knowledge and transfer it to your organization. Meet a lot of really smart people. When you're out in the catamaran, don't just look at the beautiful scenery, get to know people. Ask questions. Now, as a professor, I cold call. I'll tell you flat out. If I think you're sleeping, I'll cold call you in a class. Now, I'm not going to do that this week, but ask questions. I'm going to be wandering the room helping facilitate conversations, but please ask questions. And then finally, if I can leave you with one final thought, swim with the riptide. Find out where it'll take you, where you can go. How do you get to a better place faster? Okay? And with that, now I've got the great honor and privilege of introducing our first keynote for this morning. And when the folks at iMedia asked me to come in and do this, and they told me who the speaker list was, I said, ooh, I'm going before David Shing. Because I ain't following that guy. He's too good. So David Shing is the digital prophet at AOL. He's going to bring this audience through what are some of the key trends, some of the key underlying factors that are shaping the industry today. And he's going to do it in a way that is inimitable, that only David Shing can do it. So how about a great morning welcome for our keynote address, David Shing of AOL.